Hello, my friends. Welcome to the weekly What's Up in Makeup. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Hello, my friends. I've changed so many things in this setup over the past few weeks. I'm getting lost in where I'm supposed to look. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the weekly What's Up in Makeup weekly community chat. We are going to be hanging out today, podcast style. I've been using this mic for my voiceovers for the past month or two, and John had the idea that we should try to use this to improve the sound on live chat. So hopefully you're hearing a difference in the quality of the sound. If for some reason it's too loud, too soft, let me know. I've got a control button that I can adjust. So my husband says it sounds good, so that makes me really happy. But now we look like we're podcasters here. We're faking it. I'm not trying to take anything away from legit podcasters because, I know that that's a different gig. So first thing I would like to do is to say Happy Father's Day. I did get quite a few comments when I said Happy Mother's Day to the other people, like mothers of furry children and fathers who are also mothers. And I had a lot of people upset with me for saying that. And I'm going to reiterate that, it takes a lot to be a father, and birthing, being part of, birthing a child and creating a child isn't what it takes to be a father. Biologically, yes, but I do want to continue to thank mothers who are also fathers, grandmothers who are also fathers, grandfathers who are also fathers, aunts and uncles, parents, fathers of furry children and winged children. I think that that is something to be celebrated. And I think that we should respect people who are doing more than what they expected to do. I also want to acknowledge people who've lost fathers. I know that this is a difficult day. And thank you so much for, I don't know why I'm thanking you, but it's live. But hang in there. I love you. I'm thinking of you. And, my heart goes out to you, and I'm sending you big, big hugs if you're feeling any hurt or pain today due to Father's Day. Thank you to all the fathers out there. So anyway, so today, I know I've made like a bazillion videos about this Jaclyn Hill stuff, but things keep happening. So therefore, I'm continuing to talk about it because I think the community wants to hear about it and wants to talk about it and vent about it and discuss and hear what I have to say on it. If you're not interested in that topic, then you can feel free to skip this one. I did put out a fantastic sunscreen video earlier this week that I hope that you had a chance to watch. We've got some new content coming on the channel this coming week, some summary videos. I think I might do a cute or poop this week because I've got some stuff to share with you. I just got to make sure I have enough to share for my monthly favorites as well. So lots of other content on the channel if you're not interested in the Jaclyn Hill stuff. And we're not just going to be talking about Jaclyn Hill stuff this week. We've got other stuff to talk about. I did get a PR package from Tarte. It's my first big PR package. Not big. It's my first significant Tarte PR package. And I'm excited to share with you what's in there. And we're going to try some of the stuff out and see what we think. I also have this to play with if we want to. If we want to, we don't have to. I know that a lot of people already tried this out. We've already established that it doesn't work. I haven't tried it myself yet, but I do have this set up in case you guys want to play with it. We can play with it for fun if we want to, but we don't have to. All right. So without further ado, I just saw someone say they're so over the JH stuff. Me too. Honestly, I'm over the Jaclyn Hill stuff too. I'm not even watching any more videos on it myself, to be honest. But I know the community is still interested in it. I know What's Up in Makeup. We talked about it for the first 2 minutes or whatever. We won't talk about it the whole time. I don't think, anyway. I don't see any reason to. So let me take a second to say good morning to the people that are here in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. Good morning to Shared Travels, Jamie, Sarah. Scarlett's brain is on fire. I love that name. Pharaoh. Let's see. MS Tina Sugar is what I'm going to say. I had to decode it a little bit. Maria and Sammy Lou. Mary be poppin'. Lila is here. Holly and Teresa and Kristen and Julie and Valentina. Lots of names that seem to be new this week. Robin and Flaming Marshes. Michelle, Brittany K, Spring. Mons is here. What's up? Kay this time. Karina and Mandy Mack in the house. If I did not say hello to you. Hello to you in the motorcycle going by my house. Thank you so much for being here. So we are going to be getting ready today as well. With some products that are new to me and some that are not new to me. This was sent to me by Too Faced quite a long time ago. This is the Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Face Primer. Oh, before I talk about how much I do really like this product, it's got a really nice feel to it. I do want to mention the sunscreen that I used today, and it's the one I've been using for a while. It's by Derma E, and I'll show you in just a second. And it is a zinc oxide-based product. And it does layer really, really nicely on under makeup. This is the Derma E Sun Defense Mineral Oil Free Sunscreen, and it's zinc oxide 20%. There's no other sunscreens in here. During that sunscreen video, I did talk about how in the Consumer Reports study that they did this year, none of the zinc oxide and titanium dioxide products had enough UVA protection in them. I don't know if they tested this one or not, but I mean, I honestly, I'm at this point, I'm like, I don't even know what sunscreens are going to be best, because there's so many, like, along with the positives, there's negatives for like everything. So you really have to decide what's best for you. And this one has been working very, very nicely for me. I don't know if it has enough UVA protection in it, but oh no. I put it on about 20 minutes ago or so. Megan says, I'm here because Tab's been trolling me all morning. Tab and Megan are part of my behind the scenes team. They're both amazing people. Monica is here. Hello to you. Okay, so Brianna says, watch Dr. Dre for skincare. She's taught me a lot. I do watch Dr. Dre, and I do enjoy her content very, very much. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to do a little SPF layering here. I received these from Derma E. This is their new tinted moisturizer. This one it says BB cream SPF 30, broad spectrum SPF 30, and it's also zinc oxide. It is broad spectrum, and I do believe this one says broad spectrum. This one says broad spectrum as well. So what I did was I had been using the light, and I do think the light is just a little bit too dark for me, so we're going to be mixing it with the fair. So let me, oh my gosh, it's way too much. That is not what I meant to do. Okay, so this is the light. I think it comes in 5 shades. I did not open the other ones yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to swatch them or if I'm going to just give them away, but this is the one that is the what you call it, the light one, and then this is the fair, and I think I'm going to mix them together. Debbie says, I love Carolyn Hirons, who I trust and recommend skincare. Yes, absolutely. I discovered her through Stephanie Nicole a very long time ago. Okay, so you can see the difference. This one here is the fair, and then this one here is the light. And I think I have way too much on my hand. But the thing is with stuff like this, you have to apply a ridiculous amount in order to get the appropriate SPF. So I don't rely on this completely for my SPF. That's why I have a sunscreen on before. Just be careful with only using a BB cream or makeup for your SPF, because chances are it's probably not going to be enough. So this is just my second layer. All right, so let's talk a little bit about, now that we are 7 minutes in, about Jaclyn's video that she made regarding her lipsticks. This is really pretty layered, this heavy, actually. The last time I used it, I didn't put on this much, and I like it much better with quite a bit more on. That's really pretty. You see that? It's really pretty. So my initial reaction to Jaclyn's video was that, I mean, I think that with anybody that has a business that is business-minded, they're not going to tell you the whole story. They're going to tell you what they think they have to tell you in order to get your trust back, in order to, put customers' minds at ease. That's my thought. And I think that's what she's doing. I do feel like I was very disappointed in the evidence that she showed, the screenshots. I think anybody just glancing them, looking at the titles, might think that they are evidence to support what she's saying and she's telling you, and she's got these screenshots of things that look very official. But if you actually read them, at least the ones you can read, if you actually read them, they are not really what she's saying that they are. And the thing is, a lot of those inspection certificates, the person who inspected them is blocked out. So I'm wondering, I don't know this because I have no connection to Jaclyn. I have no way to talk to her. I can't even get a customer service email back. Oh, this is the Pacifica concealer, by the way, which I'm really, really enjoying. I think that, it's possible. I don't know this because there's no way to know because it's blocked out, that maybe the labs did the safety checks. It's possible that those documents are from the lab. And if the lab is the one that's allowing contaminants, which is what they are contaminants. Whenever you have a product that has something in it that's not supposed to be in it, it is a contaminant. So if there's white, even if she's telling the truth about the white fibers in the gloves, that is still a contaminant. That's what it's defined as. That's a fact. if they're the ones that are allowing these things to happen, if they have such low standards for quality control, how can we trust a form that says that they say that everything is safe? And that's where my concern is, and where I would want more information. I'm not saying that the lipsticks are unsafe. We have no evidence, solid evidence, that the lipsticks are unsafe. Eye primer is from Ofra. This was sent in PR. Oh, I forgot to pull out brow products. Duh. But that's my biggest concern at this point, is that, yes, she pulled out some documents, but I didn't feel like they really matched what she was saying. And a lot of them, you don't really know where they came from, or how good of a company these things are. Obviously quality control was not done well. So, should I trust any documents from the place that did quality control on these things? I'm not me. I'm not going to trust anything they say. Why would I trust them? They're the ones that let the contaminants in there in the first place. Let me grab some brow products. Hold on. All right. I always just grab my go-to. This is my go-to brow combo when I'm not testing anything new. I do have some things that I could probably pull out that I'm testing, but this is like go-to easy. The Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder and the 24-hour brow setter. These are my faves. And these were sent by Benefit quite a long time ago. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about that. Margot says, I'm so sorry, but I do. She thinks Jaclyn's lipstick should be recalled immediately. If it were my brand, which it is not my brand, it is 100% not my brand. If it were my brand, then that would be the choice that I would make. And this is the thing that we need to consider, though, is that there are people that will, create fake things. I'm not saying all the things are fake, but, there are people out there that will manufacture injuries and problems in order to get their 15 minutes or 2 minutes of fame on a drama channel. There's no way to know. There's so many of them, though. All these people that are saying they're having physical reactions to these lipsticks. There's so many of them. But how do we know that these people are telling the truth? How do we know that that these were from the lipsticks? And also, there's things in the lipsticks like benzyl benzoate, which can cause, it's a fragrance, and people can get allergic reactions to benzyl benzoate, which is an FDA approved ingredient. So it's possible that they're having a reaction from FDA approved ingredients, or it's possible that some of them are not telling the truth. We just don't know unless you know these people personally, or unless you are one of these people. There's just no way to know. And I would not put it above or behind, or I don't even know how to say it, whatever. I would not put it past some of these people to manufacture, a cut lip or a piece of, I guess I don't know how you put a piece of plastic or a piece of metal in your lipstick, but, I wouldn't put it past people to try to fake some of this stuff in order to make Jaclyn look bad, because there are a lot of people that really enjoy watching Jaclyn struggle, which I don't get, watching someone in pain and enjoying that. That's not something that I personally enjoy. Eli says, you saw that Jaclyn sent the lipsticks to J-Lo. I saw that on Twitter last night, that there was a post by a man who said, I did not see this personally, that he was watching a thing with Jennifer Lopez and saw Jaclyn's lipsticks in the background. I hope everything's okay. I hope everything's okay. Yikes. Who knows? I don't know. I did not have, all I can speak of is my own personal experience with the lipsticks. I'm sending mine back. They're just in the package right now. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I've had people request me to send mine to them so that they can test them. I don't know what I'm doing with them. Honestly, I'm like torn, because it's like $100 I could get back, or I could send them off to a lab. But honestly, like I've said this multiple times, mine look overall fine. 2 of them smell a little funky. One of them was a little dented when I got it. One of them had one of those little moisture spots on it. But, through like the swatches on Albert and everything, I still don't see any bumps. I haven't seen any hairs. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Jay says, Jeffree Star and Juvia's Place drama with Jackie, Aina, and Alissa Ashely. I am just so upset that Juvia's Place is involved in any kind of drama. It makes me really sad because if you know me, you know I have. If I don't have every single Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, I have very close to every Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette. They're one of my favorite formulas. I have met the owner once. I met her at IMATS. She was such a sweetheart. This is my thought. Before I tell you my thought, let me tell you what's going on. So basically, the drama is that Juvia's Place is a Black-owned beauty brand, and Black influencers feel like they were ignored by Juvia's Place as far as, sending PR and doing all of this, and asking, trying to be a part of the brand, that they were being ignored for white influencers, that white influencers were being sent things. The Black influencers were not, until the foundation came out. And then it was like, oh, now that I have foundation, will you try my products? This is my thought, having kind of sort of been on Juvia's Place PR. They're really bad at PR. They're just really bad at it. I'll get something maybe once a year. I didn't get the foundations. I'll get a package maybe once a year. They'll tell me they're going to send stuff and then they don't send things. I think they're just really bad at PR. I don't know if it's intentional that they're leaving people out on purpose. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just saying that that's a possibility, that they're just really bad at sending things out, that it may have nothing to do with the color of anybody's skin. It may just have to do with them just sucking at it. I just don't know. I don't know. And I only met the owner that one time. I've talked to her on Instagram DM like once or twice. I mean, this is somebody that I barely know, but honestly, like, I don't know. I don't know. And I think that they've been very inconsistent in their message to influencers. And I can say that for a fact. They've been inconsistent. So I'm really hoping that they can sort all of this stuff out, and do better with communicating with people that are on their PR list. So I don't know. It's Estella says Juvia's Place pays Nikki tutorials. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. All right. For powder today, we're going to be using the Wowder Powder by Glossier. And this is a really nice finely milled powder. Is it 100% necessary to have a Glossier powder? No, but we're going to use it anyway. So yeah. So I don't know how to feel that. I think that everybody, sorry for all the tapping sounds. I feel like everybody has a right to feel what they want to feel. I mean, if they feel like they've been wronged, then that is their absolute right to feel that way. I don't know if it was intentional to make anybody feel that way, but I can see why they might feel that way. Okay. Oh, and the other piece, I didn't tell you this. So where it all stemmed from was because Jeffree Star did a review of the I'm just kind of fluffing this around a little bit. Jeffree Star did a review of the foundations, and they promoted his post on their socials. And the problem with that is that Jeffree has in the past. How do I even say this without making anybody mad? I just can't. Okay, so Jeffree has said things that are racist in the past. We know this for a fact. It's on camera. In the past, he has said things that are racist. There's also a lot of evidence to show that he continues to use, like, for example, calling Jackie Aina a gorilla, which I don't even like saying that out loud. It makes my stomach sick. That happened not too long ago. You can look up the evidence on that. Some people say that it's real. Some people say that it's fake. I lean toward thinking that it's real, but you guys know I'm not a Jeffree Star fan. So, I mean, maybe that's a bias coming out. It's definitely possible. So, there are a lot of people that believe I'm saying they believe that Jeffree Star is a racist and that they're promoting him on their socials, yet not promoting and reaching out to Black influencers, it being a Black-owned beauty brand. So I think that's where it all started. Ellie says Alissa had a big falling out with the boss of Juvia's Place a while ago. Okay, yeah, I have no idea. Debbie says, hi, Debbie. She says, please have them tested. I'm begging someone to do that. I think there's a lot of people testing them. All right, we're going to dip into this palette. We're going to go into Oh Dear, this guy right here. Oh, that rhymed. I didn't mean for that. Sorry, that was really lame. So I'm kind of waiting to see how all of this Juvia's Place stuff plays out. I'm really hoping that, everybody can talk and work it out. But I honestly, like, my perspective from my experience is that Juvia's Place sucks at PR, and I don't think that's something that has been talked about. It's so random and weird how often I like, and it's like random things too that I'll get from them. I'll get some brushes that have been out for a while, or I'll get an eyeshadow palette that came out 3 months ago, things like that. It's not like it's planned and organized PR. And I'm very, very, don't get me wrong though. I'm very thankful for every bit of PR I've ever gotten from Juvia's Place. I enjoy their products very, very much. I don't want anybody to twist that. Hey, Jen Gerard is in the house. Hello, Jen. How are you? I'm looking to see if all this hate isn't good for anyone, Suzanne says. Absolutely. I agree. And it's difficult, because there are a lot of people that pick, I'm going to use this shade Qualified. That was Oh Dear. Now we're going to use Qualified. There are a lot of people. This is what complicates things and why these things need to be talked about. People are like, oh, the beauty YouTube space is all about the drama, and they don't stop talking about the drama. But this is the thing, is that a lot of people in the beauty space base their purchases on the behaviors of a brand. That's just what they do. This is blending. It's a little patchy. But we're going to keep blending and see how it goes. A lot of people base their purchases on that. So information about these things is very important to a lot of consumers. And I understand there are people like me who do not base their purchases based on the behavior of a brand, that don't care about this stuff. And I get that. But I think sometimes we need to get out of our own heads and realize that we aren't the only person here. We aren't the only ones that are consuming this content. We aren't the only ones. So it's important to respect that other people may want this information. And therefore, that's why it needs to be talked about, because this is important to a lot of people. And I think sometimes as humans, we get in our own heads too much. And we think that everything is about us and about our perspective. And if something doesn't fit what we want, we say it shouldn't exist. And that's, to me, not right. I think we need to, consume what we want to consume, and then let others consume what they want to consume, and allow it to exist. And if we don't find value in it, ignore it. You know what I'm saying? I think that happens way too much, especially in the beauty space. Melody, Jen, honestly, the only YouTubers I trust are you, Christy, and Samantha March. Love you all and trust your opinions 100%. Well, I really appreciate being in the same category with those two beautiful and fantastic, wonderful women. I've met both of them. They're both just lovely humans, and I'm very honored to be put in the category with them. Thank you so much for that. Jenna says Jeffree Star bought his own because he got left off the PR. They love Jeffree. And I think that it wasn't the issue of whether Jeffree got them for PR or not. It was that they featured him on socials, and with his reputation for, things he has said against people of color and, specifically Black women. I think that's why people are so outraged by it. These mattes are very difficult to blend. They go on very pigmented, but they're difficult to blend. All right, let's get out of these mattes and let's get into some of these shimmers. Let's use some of these fun colors down here. I want to play with this green right here. Totally. It's so pretty. Erica, I think in this case, it's not just about the several problems with the products themselves, but we're back on Jaclyn. The fact that Jaclyn didn't validate people's feelings, and that's a bigger problem. And yeah. Well, I mean, like a lot of people are saying, going back to Jaclyn, since it was brought back up, a lot of people are saying, that Jaclyn seemed angry in the video, that she seemed mad, that she sounded condescending. I personally didn't get that from the video. I got that she was frustrated, irritated, that she felt like there was a lot of misinformation out there and she wanted to clear things up. And she seemed very irritated by the things that people were saying about the brand. But I do believe that that's a lot of the things that were, well, okay, let me say this very carefully. So when the lipsticks came out, first it started with some positive reviews, then the photos started coming out, then the negative reviews started coming out, and Jaclyn and her team said nothing. The longer you say nothing for 3 or 4 days, of course, the thing is, it's going to get worse and worse until you say something. You can't just let it go and be irritated that things got to the point that it did. And then to not even discuss the potential of, well, first to deny that there are contaminants, to say there's no contaminants in the lipsticks, and then to say that there were contaminants in the lipsticks without saying, that's a whole nother thing. I just think that it was just handled badly, just from start to now. I do appreciate that they are giving refunds, though. I will give them massive credit for giving refunds. I think that's what should be happening, is the refunds. I'm going to go in with Party Animal, the blue on the outer corner. I'm really glad that they're doing that. I'm just blending back and forth a little bit. It could be worse in that they could just be denying it and not giving people any refunds. Well, they said on their website, actually, they couldn't do that because they said on their website before anybody purchased that they do allow refunds. So they have to, because they said on the website that they would before people purchased. But I just feel like, to be irritated, I'm getting my towel out, to be irritated with the customer for the issues they're having probably isn't the best approach. That's my thought. These shimmers are phenomenal. They're beautiful. It's the mattes that are a little patchy so far. Yes. Anne says, did you see that someone got the exchange lipsticks and they were still bad? Also the same batch code. I saw, I just saw #SaveJLo. Oh my gosh. As far as the refunds, they're making people pay for shipping though. Okay. So there's a couple things with this. Hold on. Let me go back up here, because I want to address the little piece of this. Okay. So yes, I saw that the return lipsticks, the ones that are, they're sending like a second one. They're from the same, I don't know why they even said they were going to send people new ones. I think that was a terrible idea. Like, I don't know what the logic was there. That makes no sense to me. We're going to use Your Lion here on the inner corner. That makes absolutely, well, no, you know what? Let's use Hawkward instead, because that one looks cool. I want to play with that one. That was a mess. That was a stupid mistake to send out lipsticks that are from the same vat of product. Now, this is the thing, though, that we need to remember is, if Jaclyn is telling the truth, this is not a batch code. It's not a batch code. There are, on one of the documents Jaclyn put up in her video, there is a photo, and it does say the actual batch code of some of the lipsticks. This is a product run code. It's a code for all of the lipsticks that were made for the launch. So there are different batches. We just don't know which lipstick came from which batch. And that's the problem. And that's why you have unique batch codes on products, is so that you can isolate a problem if it happens. They chose not to do that, which I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020, but that was a terrible decision to not. This is so pretty. I'm like distracted by my eyeballs. This is really pretty. So just to make sure that that's clear, as long as, if Jaclyn is telling the truth with that it is not it's not the batch code. I'm just putting a little bit of that darker shade in my crease to blend out, because it's a little patchy there. Okay, the last thing, I don't know about the SaveJLo thing. That's mildly amusing. I try not to, I mean, like, you'll say, you're kicking someone when they're down, you're laughing at someone when they're down. Not really. I don't think so. I think it's more of, this is so ridiculous. It's such a crazy situation. One of those you can't help but laugh kind of situations. As far as refunds, they're making people pay for shipping. They're making some people pay for shipping. I personally have not received an email back. I emailed them last Wednesday. I was a little late to email, but I have not received an email back. So I don't know what's happening with mine. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to send mine into that lab or what. I don't know. Tiffany says she should have recalled the lipsticks. I agree. Okay. If you guys want to talk about something else, all you got to do is change the subject on me, and I will be happy to talk about something else. Jello. Everybody said Jello instead of J-Lo. Amy says she loves the green. I love the green too. It's so fun. All right, we're going to go on the lower lash line, and we're going to do a little bit of this shade Bare Necessities. I mean, the color range in here is absolutely beautiful, and it definitely goes with the theme of like animals and the cruelty-free. They are a cruelty-free company, but their parent company does test on animals. They're one of those. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of Your Lion on the lower lash line, just right here in the inner corner. I don't know if we're going to get to the Beauty Blender washing machine or not. We'll have to see. If you guys even care about that, because we know it doesn't work. My friend Michelle, who works in the team, was like, Jen, you should do it in a live chat. I was like, I'm not doing a full video on it, but we could do it in live chat. Lucy wants to know who my go-to YouTube influencer is. I have quite a few. Like mentioned earlier, Samantha March and Raw Beauty Christie are definitely two of my go-tos. I have so many that I like trust completely. Really loving Smoky Glow recently. Really been loving that channel. Georgia Harris, that whole crew. I really, really love. Hold on a minute. Okay, eyeliner. Jesse's Girl liquid eyeliner. Rite Aid. Fabulous liquid eyeliner. Who else have I been watching a lot lately? I adore Tati. Sometimes I don't feel like she's as thorough because she does a lot of first impressions without follow-up. So that's my only, complaint about Tati's reviews. But I do think she does good first impressions. I think her first impressions are very good, but you got to take them as what they are, which is first impressions. Who else do I watch a lot? A lot of people. It's hard to remember people off the top of my head, but there's so many channels that I love and watch a lot. Samantha Ravindal is another one I've watched quite a bit lately. All right, sorry, it's hard to do eyeliner and talk at the same time. Okay. There we go. Nady from Pop Lux. Yes. Yes. Okay, so with the palette, you get their new mascara, which is called Big Ego. There's a sample size and a full size. I don't know which one I should use. I should give one away and then keep the other one. I guess I should probably use the full size because we know that the full size and the sample size sometimes, because of the way that a product collects around the brush and how much space is in there, sometimes the sample size and the full size perform differently. But I'd rather give you information on the full size because this is the one that you're going to be paying the most money for. And I don't know if the sample size is able to be purchased on its own. So let's go ahead and open this up. Yes, Megan says the Taylor. Absolutely. That's another great one. Yes, Bailey Sarian. Oh my gosh, my girl. It's so funny. Like Bailey, I met Bailey, what was it, last summer, and her channel has exploded this past year, and I could not be happier for her. Could not be happier. I'm just ecstatic for her that her channel is doing so well. Okay, so it's a very Better Than Sex mascara wand, but it's definitely not as thick of a formula as the Better Than Sex. It's much lighter. And I'm putting it back in here because I don't feel like there's a lot of product collected around the brush. I'm not getting a ton of product on my lashes. So that's why I keep going back into the tube. It's not that I'm pumping the mascara. I would never do that. Okay, so let me see if I can show you. Actually, you're not going to be able to see. What am I talking about? Okay, so I'm not getting a lot of volume. It's not a very thick formula, but I am getting some nice length. I'm getting, mediocre volume, some nice length. So far, I'm not super impressed, but I always feel like the first use of a mascara really isn't the best representation of what the mascara really does. Too much mouth. Yes, I love Shanine. Yes, she is so funny too. She is like one of the saltiest young people I've ever met in my entire life. If you like a bunch of salt in your in your makeup reviews. Too much mouth. Oh my gosh. She's so funny and she's sick smart. Sick smart. I got to meet her as well. Just really, really smart. Kristen Game is here. Hi, Kristen. So good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Yes. Oh my gosh. Ren, I'm not going to answer that. Who do you wish would go away from the beauty community so it can gain its integrity back? I am not answering that. You know, I don't wish anybody would go away. What I do wish is that people would put their subscribers first over their own pockets and profit and internet growth. I wish that people would care a little bit more about what they say and realize that people's hard-earned money is dependent on them being honest, good human people. That's what I wish. I just wish people would change that way. And I think that it is going that direction. I think that people, the bigger YouTubers are realizing that it's better to take care of your subscribers more than taking care of the brand, because the brand in the end, just, you know, overall, not all brands, but a lot of them are just, they're a business and they want your money, and the subscribers actually genuinely care about you as a person. And there's a big difference there, you know? So there's nobody that I would want to disappear. It's more that I wish that they would care a little more about their subscribers and a little less about their pockets and their growth. That's my thought. Kimberly Clark, yes. Love me some Kimberly Clark. She is back and amazing. And I can't wait to see more content from her now that she is back. All right, so I'm really liking this eye look. Like I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of the mattes from First Impression, from those, really just those two mattes that I was able to use. The shimmers are already transferring into my crease, but that's normal for me. Oh, I did want to show you another thing in here. So this here is a single shadow that's in here. I can't hold it up once I open it because it is a loose powder in here, but I do want to swatch it for you. I did have some pictures of this, but they didn't fit into my little collage, so I didn't use them. It's really hard to pick up the product on my finger. But when I do, watch this. Oh, it's so pretty. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? This is like my favorite color of all time. And I can't wait to slather this all over my eyeballs, but I wanted to use the palette for you today. I'm putting this on probably tomorrow. That's so pretty, isn't it? It's so beautiful, but it's really hard to pick up. At least on a fingertip, it's hard to. That's called a chrome paint shadow pot, and it's super messy, but super beautiful. Teresa is Dead is great. Absolutely. Definitely check out Teresa is Dead. Totally agree. Michelle Wong, absolutely. It's spelled W-A-N-G, M-I-C-H-E-L-E-W-A-N-G. Yes. Yes, yes. These are all fantastic channels. You guys are reminding me of all my faves. Okay. Let's see. So now let's do face. So I have not been able to stop using, this was sent to me in PR, but honestly, like a lot of the, like I said before, a lot of the blushes that I have, my favorite ones are from the Balm, from their In-Stain line, and that line has been discontinued. So I don't really like using them on camera very much because you can't even get them. So I've been using the Sigma blush palette a lot, and I love that because I love the shade range in here for my skin tone. It's absolutely beautiful, and they're long lasting. They're wonderful, wonderful blushes. Sophia Nygaard, oh my gosh, she cracks me up. Cracks me up. All right, let's do, what are we feeling? I think I'm going to do the Cor de Rosa one here. I put on a little too much of my brush. I'm getting a little clown facey over here. Calm it down. Calm it down. Okay. All right. I just had to make sure I didn't put too much on. But it's pretty, isn't it? So pretty. Okay. Ashley says, do you have any tips on how to find your perfect shade of liner and nude for that really pretty nude lip? I can't find a liner that I feel like looks good on my skin tone. For nude lips, I personally do not use a liner. The only time I use a liner is when I have to with a darker lip that bleeds. It's not my thing. But as far as finding a nude lip, What I like to do is I like to look at my own natural lips, not right now because this has got a little bit of BB cream on it, but I like to look at my own natural lips and then try to find a tone that's just a little bit deeper than that. That's what I find to be my perfect natural lip. And some people say you can look at your nipples to find your perfect nude lip. That's another thing you can do that people say. But can you imagine going into the store and like whipping it out and being like, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just trying to find my perfect shade, man. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stephanie Nicole, yes. I haven't talked to her in over a year now, and I miss her so much. I should just like pick up the phone and call her. Like, I don't know why I don't do these things. I'm weird. All right, before I tell you why I'm weird, Sydney Grace Down the Aisle is the highlighter we're using today. I don't like calling people on the phone. I get so nervous to talk to people on the phone. I don't know what it is. It's super weird. I know that's weird. I know I'm not alone. Like, I don't even like calling the doctor's office. I'll text somebody all day, but I don't like calling people on the phone. I think it's because I feel like I'm pretty good at reading people's facial expressions and reading people's nonverbal cues. And on the phone, I can't see that. So it makes me nervous that I can't use that to know what's going on with somebody. So Mel Thompson, yes, that's another really good one. Nakia Joy, I've just recently rediscovered. Yes. All these good recommendations. Y'all know what you're talking about here. Debbie likes my eye look. Thank you. Yeah, there seems like there's a lot of people that hold on a second. Sorry. I think there's a lot of people. Oh, there we go. Tab, you were on it. Sorry. Sabrina is another really good one. I lost where I was. Okay, so Sharona. Wait, hold on. I'm going to get it right. Sharona. I'm going to say Sharona. I think I'm right. Going to Maryland soon. Any places I should check out? I'm not sure which part of Maryland you're going to, but Baltimore's Inner Harbor is one of my favorite places, and just going down to the harbor and visiting down there. If you have kids, there's tons of stuff for kids, activities and stuff down in that area. If you are into the nightlife, Fells Point is a great place to go. Just get out of there before 2. It's not as pleasant down there before 2. And there's also an area in the Inner Harbor that's really nice for nightlife. And other places in Maryland, we have a shore that's fine. If you like brown water and seagulls poop everywhere, it's a good Ocean City's nice. I'm trying to think. Kate the Great, that's another great one. Yeah, absolutely. Tati's new vitamin. I heard that Tati has a new vitamin out. I have not looked into that yet. This is the thing about me taking Tati's vitamins is that I feel like anything that's going to boost my hair or my skin is going to negate any skincare reviews that I do. So it's like, I don't want to do like any kind of like skincare vitamin, because then it's like, how do I know if it's my skincare or if it's the vitamin? I don't know. So I don't feel like I can do that, but I heard that the new one is different. So I don't know. I haven't watched the video, to be honest with you. I need to, though. Annapolis is also beautiful. Yes, Annapolis is beautiful. And Carly says, don't hate on the shore. I'm not hating on it. It's just, there's just a lot. If you're used to like West Coast shore and then you go to a East Coast shore, like a Maryland shore, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. It's a multivitamin. Okay. Well, that maybe, I don't know. I would love to try more of Tati's Halo line. We're using ABH. Been around the world and back again. Contour palette, using the middle shade. And I did feel really bad that Halo didn't do anything for me, but I honestly don't think that I'm the target market for it because my skin already doesn't really have major issues. So my nails don't have major issues. My hair has issues, but that's pretty much it. I just feel like I wasn't the target market for that. So I felt really bad that it didn't work, in the 4 weeks that I took it. Yes, Australia, I've heard, has beautiful shores. Jay says, Jeffree Star Jawbreaker collection. Are you going to review? I don't know, man, because honestly, like, this is the thing. All right. Everybody knows I'm not a fan of Jeffree. I reviewed his his blue blood palette. I don't know. I mean, I feel like his quality is consistently in well, can't even say that though. It's not consistently good because every once you do get some shades in there that are kind of bummers. I don't know. I don't know if I should review it. I mean, the only reason why I wouldn't review it is because I feel like people, I get so much crap when I review his stuff. And sometimes I just don't have the energy for it. Also, the other thing is that I need to tell you, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. It's so important for next week too. Don't let me forget to tell you. I'm leaving for July. I won't be here in July. So I'm not going to be able to, that's a reason why I won't review it. I was trying to think of a reason why I wouldn't review it because honestly, I just don't feel like dealing with the bull right now. Radio edit. I just don't feel like dealing with it. I don't. I don't know. All right, let's use some M Cosmetics. This is the shade French Nude. But I'm leaving and I won't be home for the month of July because I'm going on my family trip. So, oh, that's way too nude. That's too light. This is such a really nice formula though. It's got a really nice sweet scent. I don't know. It looks too cool. I need something a little warmer. Let's do a little. Actually, let's just deepen it up a little bit and use some ColourPop grunge. Oh yeah, and then Gina says he called Shayla a rat. Yes, he did. That's a fact. He called Shayla a rat. That was evidenced in a tweet. We're using ColourPop's grunge over top. I like that combo. Yes, we did it. So I'm going to be gone for July. And the other thing I need to tell you, this is something that's huge, and I'm so mad I didn't mention this at the beginning of the stream. Next week, we are having a 5 p.m. chat, and I'll mention this again at the end in case anybody fast forwards the end. We're having a 5 p.m. chat next week, and we have a special guest. Marlene Estelle is going to be in the house answering your questions next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm so excited about it. I just have to figure out how to do the thing that Georgia does on the Half Cousins podcast. Marlena and I have to practice. So she's going to be our first official guest after doing this for how many stinking years on the live chat. So you're going to be able to ask her questions. And I'm going to ask on Twitter questions to ask her ahead of time. And it's going to be amazing. That is barring anything happening. Right now, my grandmother is very sick. She's 92. My grandmother is very sick. We just went to visit her yesterday. And so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going to happen with Marlena's life. So barring anything happening, Marlena will be in the house next week. So yes. So she'll be on screen. So it'll be flipping back and forth. If you want to see an example of how it works, check out Georgia Harris's and Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. They have a podcast. It's podcasty on, it's called the Half Cousins podcast. And you can search YouTube for Half Cousins and you can see kind of how it flips. And it's a really fun podcast to listen to anyway. Thank you, Michelle, for your, sorry to hear about my grandma. I mean, she's just, she's 92. So, it's just one of those things. It's really hard. I mean, she's been with me my whole life, I'm going to start crying if I keep talking about it though. So I need to stop because I'm starting to get I can feel it coming up in my throat. Yeah. I'm just very thankful to have had a grandma for 41 years of my life. So, woo, calm it down. Woo. Okay. I can cry off camera. All right. So anyway, I'm very, very excited about Marlena coming on the channel next week. We will see how it goes. Either way, we're going to have a 5 p.m. chat, whether Marlena can make it or not, which I'm hoping it works out. She said she can. So, but I would really, really love to have more people on. I'd love to have Christy on at some point. I never asked her, but I would love to have like Christy on or Nady on. Like that would be amazing to be able to have some people that I connect with off of YouTube, that we've connected through DMs. Maybe have Shani from Too Much Mouth on. I think that would be amazing to have more guests. now that we're kind of moving more toward a podcast kind of format. So makeup is done. How are we looking? I feel like I need to blend a little more right here. Like between the goldy shade and the greeny shade. Bailey Sarian, that'd be another great person to have on. I mean, there's so many great people we could have on. Christy's fabulous. Oh, thank you, man. She says I look like I'm in my early 30s. Yes, Angie Bergs. Yes. Shout out to Angie Bergs. If you like ingredient analysis. Yes. Mon says, ready to slay the day. Yes. Jamie says, I like your podcast format. Thank you so much. Christy would be amazing. I agree. Yes, we'll be gone all of July. I have so much going on right now between my daughter she's in the 5th grade. She's going into 6th grade. So she's graduating from elementary school. So we've got that going on. We've got, just a bunch of stuff going on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pre-record anything. Last summer, I had one video a week pre-recorded for you for 2.5 months. I was gone. This time we're just going to be gone a month. So it's a lot less. But there won't be any content on the channel most likely for that entire month. So we'll just take a little pause and then we'll be back. Amy wants to know if I would have more kids. No. My husband has been fixed. We decided after the second kid we were done. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Oh, where are we going for vacation? We are going to the Finger Lakes for 4th of July. And then we are headed over to Acadia National Park. And then we're going to shoot down the coast and kind of check out those areas. Should be fun. We did, the first time I did one of these trips, we did a lot of meetups and things, but it really was kind of disruptive to the family time, even though I really love all of the meet and greets. And I still, whenever I see somebody that I met at one of those meet and greets pop up in chat or in a comment, Jennifer and, Sarah and different people that I met, Rosangela, and, there's so many people that I met that, I see people that I had met during that those meetups, around the country. And it's still really a special time that we had together, but it disrupts the family time. So no meet and greets or anything during the time. So yes. What else you guys want to chat about? Oh, you know what? Let's just quickly, since we've got 7 minutes left, let's play with this. So we've got this stupid Beauty Blender washing machine thing. There's no way this thing is going to work. They show it in the video, like the Facebook viral video, this thing washing a Beauty Blender perfectly. Look inside here. Okay, all it is a little spinny thing on the bottom. There's no way in stinking HE double hockey sticks this thing's going to clean anything. But we'll play with it anyway, just for fun. I got to get a Beauty Blender though. Hold on a second. Let me get one. Oh, I got plenty of them. Here we go. So we've got this guy right here. He's very, very dirty. Needs a little bit of help. Okay. And let's go ahead. I got some water here to pour in here. This is my official first time using this. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. And then take a little Sigma brush cleaner sent to me by Sigma. I like to tell you. Vivian tries review of that. She's way too. I didn't know Vivian did a review of this. If you haven't seen Vivian tries, if you like As Seen on TV test, and if you don't mind cussing, Vivian tries is fabulous. What is going on here? Come on. Come on. Is it clogged up? What is happening? Hasn't been that long since I washed my brushes with this. What is happening? My pump broken? All right. Okay, hold on. Let me put this over here, and we're going to just pour a little in. Okay, that's probably way too much. I mean, this is it's a process. This is the dumbest thing ever. I don't even know why I bought this thing. I did see Leisha's video. That's another person that I absolutely trust. Leisha from X Sparkage is super fab. All right, so you close the little top. It's loud. This thing is super loud. It's getting a little bubbles in there. I don't know if you can see. I don't want to spill it on my computer. Let me see if I can bring it over here. It's all blurry though when I pull it up. But there's definitely little bubbles in here. Alicia did a fantastic job showing how this thing works. So you can see how dirty it is. Let's drop it in. I'm going to push it in there. Myro says, can you post a link again to the candle collab? My collab with Candles by Victoria, it's still, well, I mean, at this point, it's more like fundraisery. I'm just going to let this guy sit in here. We'll put it over here so it's not quite as loud. It's linked under all of my videos. So if you're ever buying from Candles by Victoria and you want money to go to Baltimore Highlands Elementary School, you just need to go to the bottom of my video description of any video, and it's down there. You just need to click on that before you buy. So, and then 5% goes to the channel, 10% goes to Baltimore Highlands. And delivering the check to Baltimore Highlands was incredible. Okay, so, I mean, it's just spinning around in there. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Okay. There's a lot of makeup coming out. I don't know if you can see the dirty, the dirty water. I mean, it's definitely cleaning something. Pour a little more water in there. A little more water. Okay. Let's put it in one more time. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you put a beauty blender in the sink, plugged up the water, spun it around in there a little bit, that's what you're getting from this. But I'm waiting. I am waiting for actual beauty blender to make something like this. If they don't, they're dumb. Somebody needs to make one of these that actually works, maybe with like little mini jets on the side, something like that. I'm not asking for any commission on that idea, beauty blender, but all right. So, I mean, it is washing it a little bit. You guys see? Ew, it's so gross. Ew, it's so nasty. It looks like chocolate milk. Ew. I mean, it's definitely washing it a little bit. Okay, and then the little hose on the side does drain. I'm going to just go ahead and just take this into my sink over there and just rinse it a little bit, and I will be back in 2 seconds. Hang tight. Hang tight. Okay. This actually worked better than I thought it would. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But is it as good as actually cleaning it, like for reals? No. Is it kind of fun? For me, not really, but I could see why other people would find it fun, especially if you've got like a teenager. You know, I'm probably like, my daughter's too big for something like this. She would never use something like this, but I might, what I'll probably do is give it to my neighbors. They have little twins. They're about to go into kindergarten next year, and they're the most adorable little girls ever. So maybe they'll get some use and some fun out of it, you know, using it as a washing machine, washing little things, just like Alissa did with her daughter. I mean, it is really fun as a toy for a child, but it's not functional for an adult to clean the beauty blender. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, though, I will have to say. And it might be due to that Sigma brush cleaner, because it is a really good brush cleaner. So, yeah, Barbie clothes, stuff like that. Exactly. Exactly. Jaylee says, I just joined. What is on your eyes? It's the new Tarte Unleashed palette that we played with. If you watch it on the replay, you'll be able to see. I didn't show you the front of it. Look, the way that it like shifts. It almost shifts so hard that it gives me a headache. Like, I feel like I'm going to get sucked into it. It's really, really cool. Darla uses tea tree oil shampoo to wash her brushes. Tammy says, Trader Joe's oil cleanser is amazing for cleaning my beauty blenders and brushes. Nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. Samantha says, it's so stinking cute, though. It is so stinking cute. It really is. It's adorable. Is it necessary? No. Lane says, maybe if you wash your beauty blender every day. Maybe. I mean, it definitely did better than I thought it would. This water in here is nasty, though. Oh, it's so gross. It's like really milky chocolate, like coffee or chocolate milk in there. Afresh says baby shampoo washes brushes. Yes. I used to use baby shampoo. And then I found like the Beauty Blender solid cleanser is really nice. I started using that. Is it necessary? No. I mean, you can get, really and truly, I mean, baby shampoo really probably is fine. Oh, let's see. What did I just read? Zaddy Doll. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. Trader Joe's one is super inexpensive too. Nice. That's great to know. Dr. Bronner's. I've heard a lot about Sierra. She washes her brushes in the Dr. Bronner's, and I've heard great things about that. Robin uses antibacterial dish soap to wash her brushes or baby wash. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy says, have a wonderful family day and happy Father's Day to your hubby. Thank you so much. And speaking of that, it is time to go. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the live chat today. Who knows what we'll be talking about next week? So if you're not already subscribed, subscribe before you go. Next week we have Marlene Estelle in the house. It should be a lot of fun, and hoping to have a lot more guests. Marlene is going to help me test it out, see how it goes. I've always wanted to have guests on here, but I never quite knew how. And thanks to Kevin James Bennett last week for inspiring that of wanting more guests on the live chat. So thank you so much for being here. We will be back next Sunday, again, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Times change, so make sure you're, set your clock for that, because it should be an interesting chat. Follow me on Twitter, and when I put up the post about Marlena and questions for Marlena, make sure you leave me some good questions, because we'll be prioritizing those. And then we can dig a little deeper into the live chat there, but we're going to be prioritizing the Twitter questions, which hopefully will be the same questions that you have, because my Twitter followers are sick, stinking smart. So they think of everything. You think of everything. You follow me on Twitter. You're amazing. Thank you for that. Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget. Yeah, I already said don't forget to subscribe before you go. Mad love to you. Happy Father's Day. If you're celebrating, big hugs to everybody out there. Mad love to you. I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Bye.